Okay, let's talk about academic sprinting. So you've got sort of a sense of how you're going to do your homework. Like you've got an hour. Let's say you have an hour between classes. Um, Instead of sitting down saying, okay, I'm going to study for an hour, I'm going to study for 2 hours, I'm going to study for this afternoon, I want you to break it into sprinting sections. Think of your brain like a muscle, and the exercise you're going to do is building stamina and getting some running in, but you're going to do it in sprints. If you've ever done sports, you know that sprinting, let's say you run to the end of the gym and back, right? And then you take a 15-second break, and then you run to the end of the gym and back. And you do that, you always take a break, right? This is the key to academic sprinting, is that what you're going to do is, let's say you have an hour. You're not going to do an hour of studying. You're going to do 15 minutes of studying. Now, some of you might be like, I can't really do 15 minutes. You can do 10 minutes. Some of you can think of this, you're a 60-meter sprinter, some of you are a 100-meter sprinter, some of you are 200 or 400, fine. But we're going to start with 15 minutes, and you can adjust as you need. But you're going to do a 15-minute sprint. You're going to sit down and just kick it for 15 minutes, and then you're going to take a break. Just as if you were doing sprints, the first time you do a sprint, you wouldn't say to your coach, I can keep running, and you're going to do a second sprint. Because if you sprint down and back, right, you're going to die by the time you're in the middle of the third one, because you need to have those breaks. But if you take the breaks, if you take a 5-minute break or 3 to 5 minute break between every 15-minute sprint, you can sprint a long time. It's the same deal as running. So what I want you to do, you have an hour, okay? You're going to sit down, you're going to do 15 minutes of high quality, intensive studying. And then you're going to stop, and you're going to set your alarm and take a 3 to 5 minute break. And that 3 to 5 minute break means you get up, you move your body, you get a drink of water, you stretch, you do a plank, a jumping jack, something like that. And then you sit back down and you do another 15 minutes. And then you stop, take a short break, and then you do another 15 minutes. Now, if you get 15 minutes done and you're like, I'm not feeling it after that, okay. But I want you to try to think about doing at least 2 or 3 sprints, okay? But you got to stop at the end of each sprint, because otherwise you're going to be like, because you of course you can keep going after 15 minutes, right? But don't take the 5-minute break. The key though is, when you do your sprint, you put all in. You just be like, I'm going to bang it out for 15 minutes. Okay. Now, the other piece is, for a lot of folks, motivation is hard. And this is why I like sprinting as well, is let's say you're like, oh my God, I got to study. I've got all this work. Oh, and you sort of dither around for a while. The key is, get yourself somewhere where you can focus and just do 15 minutes, right? If you bang it out for 15 minutes, and it's got to be a hardcore, intense sprint, and then you take a 5-minute break. If you're like, I'm done, I can't do anymore, fine, walk away. But if you can bang out one more sprint, awesome, bang out one more sprint. But the key is, you give yourself the opportunity to walk away after a sprint if you need to, right? But if you can bang out one more, that'd be great, right? Don't say, oh my God, I've got to sit down and I'm going to work for 4 hours or something like that. Nobody does that. Nobody can do that. You will not focus. Think of it like sprinting, 15-minute chunks, bang it out, focus hard, run that court as hard as you can, right? For 15 minutes, and then take a 5-minute break. Then can you pull off one more, right? You don't have to say, can I pull off another 2 hours? No. Can I pull off one more sprint? Bang it out, right? Hard, intense, get her done. Now, over time, you might find that 15 minutes can be moved to 20 minutes. And 20 minutes might be able to be moved to 25 minutes. Some of you might have a brain that's like, nope, I'm a sprinter, pure and strong. I'm 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and I'm going to do it in chunks. Fine. Don't ever go beyond. I do not recommend, if you become a long-term studier, right? I can get up to about 50 minutes, and then I take a 10-minute break. I don't recommend anyone going more than that. It is rare that you can do that, right? So do it in sprints. You can build up your stamina where you can go for a little bit longer sprints, but don't sacrifice focus for length. If you find yourself losing focus, stop the sprint, right? If you can, let's say you're studying, you're like, okay, I've got 3 more minutes. I'm just going to bang it out, right? If you can't focus, stop, get up, move your body, and come back and try again. But try to say, okay, can I run Can I sprint for 15 minutes? Okay. Focus on academic sprinting, and I can pretty much guarantee you will get more done. It is easier to get something done. And once you get something done, it's easier to get a little bit more done. Do it in 15-minute chunks. You can do this. I've got other tricks as well. Start with that one. If that's not working, come and let me know, and we can work on some other strategies. Rock on, study well.